Hi, everybody. Well, many of you know I follow John Heald on Facebook, and I'm a big fan. I like his sarcastic wit, I like his humor, and I agree 99% of the time with most of the things that he's saying. Traditional cruiser here. I don't expect too much, and don't complain too much. Just roll with the punches, and have a fun time. That's kind of my motto. Well, 99 times out of 100, I agree with him, but I'm going to disagree with him on this one. One of my pet peeves out there is how many spam emails or scams that I get on a constant basis. Have you ever searched something online and the next thing you know, you're getting nothing but emails in your folder saying, hey, what about this? And it's something that you just randomly searched online one time. Well, that's a data broker. And what they've done is they've collected your information and now they're selling it to people who you just search. So if you search for a new car, you search for a new house, you search for a vacuum, there are businesses out there that are looking for that and they're selling your information. Not only that, they're sometimes selling your personal information, where you live, your financial information, your job status, etc. And that's why you're also getting scam emails and scam phone calls. For instance, saying, hey, your bank account's been compromised, click here to resolve the issue. That you don't even have a bank account with that bank. So yeah, that is one of my pet peeves, and that's why I've signed up with Incogni. Incogni will contact these data brokers and have them remove you from that list. By law, they have to do so if you request it. So they will do the work for you because I have no idea how to reach these people, but they do, and they put it on the list. And to show you a perfect example, in July alone, they've sent out 36 requests on my behalf, 24 have already been completed, and 12 are still in progress. Not only that, I've been removed from suppression lists, so 11 brokers have added my information to their suppression lists, which means I'm not going to get recollected any of my personal information in the future associated with me, and I've noticed a huge dramatic decrease in my spam emails and my spam scammers trying to reach me by phone. A dramatic drop. So if you'd like to help get yourself off of all of these brokers' data lists, why not sign up with Incogni? Use my link down below and my code FAMILY, or use the QR code for up to 60% off an annual subscription. I really enjoy this product because I've noticed a huge difference, and I think you will too. As the cruise lines were recovering from the pandemic, about 3 years ago, Carnival made a big change in its dining rooms for breakfast, especially in the Lido deck for the buffet. And what they did was they told us at the time that they were having supply chain issues, sourcing materials for the cruise, and one of the things they were having trouble with sourcing was bacon. They were not getting enough bacon to make the demand to have the supply for everybody. So they made a drastic change and said, okay, we are now in the buffet, we're only going to serve bacon every second day of your cruise. So you're not going to have bacon every day, it's going to be every second day. And people said, well, you know what? Because of the supply chain, we understand you're just getting rolling and getting going on the cruise and everything, getting the lines back up and the world's opening up again. They understood, and everyone said, okay, well, we'll live with this. We're not very happy about it. Bacon's a pretty staple for most people for breakfast. Bacon and eggs, right? You want that kind of thing. Well, it's been 3 years and they haven't brought it back on a daily basis. Now, in the dining room, you can get bacon every day if you go have a sit-down breakfast in the dining room. But for those, the vast majority of cruisers, head to the buffet for breakfast. It's quick, it's easy, it's quick off for shore excursions, getting off, etc. Much easier. You can also time it out to your own convenience. It's open for a certain amount of hours. You don't have to make a dining room reservation. So why haven't they brought the bacon back yet? It's been 3 years. Are you trying to tell me that they're having trouble sourcing bacon 3 years later? I don't think so. I think the stores are pretty packed with bacon when I'm out shopping, and I don't have a problem getting bacon on Royal Caribbean, Princess, MSC, Norwegian. So what's the issue? Why has Carnival not brought back bacon on a daily basis? When somebody on John Heald's Facebook page asked him this question, he basically responded with the safe answer. And he's normally pretty easy about coming out and saying, yeah, well, maybe we should bring it back or something. In this case, he just said, we kept it there because of food waste. We're cutting back on food waste. Well, that reasoning doesn't fly. And here's the reason why. Why doesn't that fly? Well, yeah, every cruise line is trying to cut back on food waste, passengers wasting food, not getting enough, etc. Except bacon, if you didn't have enough to supply the demand on your cruise ships, how can you now say that you have too much bacon on the cruise ships and people aren't eating it enough, and that's why there's food waste? You see how that doesn't quite add up? Also, bacon can be used again. Bacon is used often as, bacon bits on salads, etc. It can be used in other ingredients. It can be used in soup. It can be used in a lot of things. Anything left over, it can be chopped up and made into something else. So I don't think the whole food waste excuse really flies in this case. Because if your passengers, you couldn't keep up with it, and that's why you cut it out, and now you're saying, well, we have the bacon, but now we're cutting back on people wasting the bacon. Wait a minute, no, that doesn't make sense. And also, before the pandemic, the one place on the Lido buffet there would be a crew member. A crew member would hand out the bacon. That's to stop people from the food waste of grabbing half the bucket of bacon and forcing them to make more, right? So they would dispense the bacon how much people would, and that would keep back the food waste. However, that takes up a crew member for a certain portion of that time that the buffet is open every day. That seems like a money-saving thing more than a food waste thing now, and I completely disagree that this is to cut back food waste. This is a money-saving thing now. Less bacon. Bacon's now expensive. Bacon's gone up in price since the pandemic. Every food item in the world has gone up. So, yeah. Also, not needing to have a crew member there every day saves a little bit of money. Not a lot, but every penny adds up to a cruise line that's still trying to make a profit and trying to make, everything right. Now, with the prices that we are paying for cruises these days, I think the least the cruise line could do is allow me to have bacon and eggs for breakfast if I want to.